A lot of people think porn is just something you watch, a harmless escape, something that doesn't count because it's not a real person, right? But what if I told you that for many couples, things start breaking long before they even realize it? Not because of cheating, not because of arguments, but because of a silent habit that slowly erodes trust, intimacy, and emotional connection. Today, I want to talk about something many people are afraid to admit, even to themselves. Is watching porn sabotaging your relationship? And if so, how would you even know? I'm going to walk you through 4 subtle warning signs, the kind that don't scream but whisper, until one day the relationship feels cold, distant, or fragile. And this isn't a judgment zone. This is a soft, honest conversation, the kind you probably never had with anyone. The first warning sign: you feel more connected to fantasy than reality. Here's something most people don't realize. Porn trains your brain for instant novelty, not deep intimacy. Over time, real connection, real bodies, real emotions can start to feel less exciting. You might find yourself craving the quick dopamine hit rather than the slow, warm intimacy of your partner. If you feel yourself becoming more switched on by pixels than by presence, that's not your fault, but it is a sign something is shifting. This creates a widening emotional gap, and emotional gaps, when ignored, turn into emotional distance. The second warning sign: you're becoming secretive. Secrecy is where trust quietly breaks, not because you watch something, but because you're hiding something. You close tabs quickly. You feel nervous your partner might walk into the room. You delete history. Or you feel a rush of guilt and relief at the same time. Secrecy builds a wall between you and your partner, a wall your partner can feel even if they don't know why. And the moment emotional transparency disappears, intimacy follows. The third warning sign: you compare your partner to unrealistic images. This one is subtle, but incredibly destructive. Porn shapes expectations about bodies, reactions, performance, frequency, and fantasy. You might not say it aloud, but your brain begins scoring your partner against something that isn't even real. No real woman or man can compete with a curated fantasy filmed from the most flattering angles, with actors performing exaggerated responses and scenes designed for maximum stimulation. Comparison kills presence. It kills gratitude. It kills desire. And worst of all, your partner feels it, even if you never speak a word. The fourth warning sign: intimacy feels like pressure instead of connection. Porn creates a performance mindset. Sex becomes about doing instead of feeling, about pressure instead of closeness, about hitting a peak rather than losing yourself in the moment. If intimacy is starting to feel mechanical, or you find yourself disconnected during sex, or your desires feel detached from your partner, that's a sign porn is shaping your sexual tempo more than your relationship is. Real intimacy is messy, emotional, imperfect, warm. And porn can numb the very part of you that needs to feel that warmth. Why this matters. Porn itself isn't the enemy. The problem is when it becomes a replacement, a coping mechanism, or a quiet wedge between partners. The danger is not the content. The danger is disconnection. Relationships don't fall apart all at once. They crumble slowly through silence, secrecy, comparison, and emotional distance. And if you feel any of these signs creeping into your relationship, this is not a moment to panic. It's a moment to become aware, because awareness is power. Awareness is the first step toward reconnecting, healing, and rebuilding trust. If this episode made you pause or made you realize something about yourself, I want you to know this: you're not broken, your relationship isn't doomed, and you're not alone. So many couples struggle with this quietly, thinking they're the only ones. But you can absolutely rebuild intimacy, not by removing something instantly, but by understanding where connection has weakened and choosing to strengthen it together. Thank you for listening. And if this resonated with you, stay with me, because every episode we go a little deeper into the things nobody talks about, but everyone feels.